Welcome back to Mass Effect. We have an appointment with the Council, but before we go there, we will explore whatever we can of the Citadel, as long as we have time to do so. So let's start with actually talking to the people here.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Yeah, you want to be my guide, but I want to talk to you.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you're at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Wait, was there more?
What's your name?
No.
What do you
My
do
name
here?
is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Yeah, that's it.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Okay, we got an entry.
The Asari were the first species to
Asari.
discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Interesting. Isn't that what snails do? Or something like snails? Snails do, not exactly, but yeah. I think snails can be any gender they want.
Allow me to be your guide.
Now, let's talk to
Greetings
Vina.
and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real?
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Okay.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Great.
Why were people trying to keep my
Wait,
species
we
out?
know that,
Some
but
species,
wasn't there
the Council gave
follow-up?
a great deal of thought
Yeah.
to this matter. In the end, they
Do you
decided...
agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Makes sense.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
I think, yeah, that's all. Oh no, what about the council?
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
That's interesting. While the Turians now seem to be the most important race, like they are the Spectres and all of that, they were added last, right? There were first the Asari and the Solarians, and then the Turians, and now the Turians, like, rule the whole thing, it seems, at least, as of now. We're at the very beginning of the game, I don't know. But it seems so.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Okay, cool.
Goodbye.
That was interesting.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
I will. Now, there is the fast travel point. The question is, can I also walk to all the places that I want to be? Oh, that's red, so most probably doesn't work. Yeah, you must talk to the Council to gain access to the wards. Hi. There's the Turian. There's the fast travel. Who's that guy? Why does he have a statue? Can I investigate? Can I talk to any of the inhabitants? No, I cannot. Oops. So that seems to be the autobahn. There's so many of these traveling pods. There was a bird. Did you see it? Yeah. But they are not real. They fly into the walls and vanish. So they're simulations. Maybe all the nature is not actually real. I mean, the trees must be. They are here. And the water is here too. Oops. Hi. just chilling here. There's not much to do, actually. What's down here? The wards. Wards access. The elevator at the end of this hallway leads to the wards. There you will find Horace Den, Flux, the markets, and the medical center. Oh, right. But I don't think we have access yet. That's, yeah. Everything's closed. So we do have to do the meeting first before we can do anything else, it seems. What's that? Ah, rapid transit. Okay. But we can walk around. The scientist we met for scanning the... What are they called? These guys?
Look at that bug thing over
Keepers?
there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Ah, yeah, the keepers. We met in the tower.
Please do not disturb the keeper. Welcome to
Well, she says
Presidium
that,
Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Dang.
Tell me more about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
We have one.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the council.
It's awesome.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
So that is crazy. All of them just rely on everything working as they found it. Right? So it seems that these Keepers have already been there since the time of the Protheans. So they put them there or built them within the structure, and they're still here and keeping everything maintained. And the other species that found that Prothean technology deserted, but the Keepers, they just rely on them. That's crazy. They never communicated, they don't know how anything works. What if the bugs just,
That's
I
all
don't
for
know,
now.
are
Thank you for using Avina.
able
Have a pleasant day.
to die just in a million years or something? I wouldn't want to rely on that. So why is no one investigating? I mean, there is that scientist. That scientist is investigating. So yeah. Huh, actually. Yeah, that's the thing we see in the screen and that we used already to, I guess, jump around space. The relay. It's featured in the loading screen. Okay, what else can we learn about that? Citadel. Oh, there's a sign. Yeah, that's fast travel. That one's green. Is that more embassy stuff? Yeah, supposedly so. Oh, that's fast travel too. Wait, these are different. Citadel Tower. And wards. Okay. And CSAC Academy. Okay, cool. Ah, that's the vendor. That's the... Yeah, right. We have been in here. And that's the guy. We do have, though, I think after we spoke to the council, we will have a side quest for him. So we need to talk to these anyways. So yeah, I think we can do more if we do our meeting. So we should do that actually. But there's another event. Ah! That's what I wanted to learn about. And we can. That's
Welcome
awesome.
to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
Ah, okay.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
I mean, now they are.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Oh, that is a little extreme.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Dang.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Extinct races.
The Asari were the
we know
first
that.
species to... 50,000 years ago, the Prothean, though now extinct, the Rachni
they
once
look like
threatened
shrimp.
every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
That is crazy. I was thinking more about spiders, because Rachni. But yeah, they're shrimp. That's funny.
The Elcor are a Citadel species
we
native
know
to the...
that.
When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers.
Yeah, they've been
a
there
docile,
already.
multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs. Biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
There must be only one mistake and everything falters, right? That is so crazy. And they do die. Man. I mean, it works as long as it works, right?
Biotics is the ability
wait,
of rare
that one is
individual.
new?
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common. Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Well, which happened before. So there's a reason for that. Interesting. And so that's one of the primary relays we used in the beginning and we see in the loading screen, I think. Cool. So it's a fast travel transportation system. Now, let's go to the tower and have our meeting.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times.
5 times? Why?
They talk.
What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
And yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Yeah, it is.
Not to mention frustrating.
It absolutely is. And she said they rearrange even the habitats. So, that's crazy. To just accept. CSEC Academy. We want to be in the tower. Where was the tower? We've been there. Can I see the tower? Ah, that's the tower, I think. That one? Yeah. It's the only towery structure that we see. Yeah, I think that's the tower structure. No, that's the CSEC Academy. Never mind. 09... Yeah, there's the tower. Okay. Gotcha. That direction? How do I get there now? Oops, we're loading. So the tower is in section 9. I cannot freely look around when sprinting. Okay, let's go. Oh, it would be nicer if we could see all the way up, out of the window.
The council isn't gonna ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
I love that there's elevator music. That is so funny. Some things never change. Alright, these Turians, yeah.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council. Don't be
Helen doesn't like
ridiculous.
that.
Your investigation is over.
He's the
Garrus.
security guy, right? Chef of security, I mean.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin.
Yeah.
Head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Now that we learned about all that, it makes so much more sense. You don't like Saren. That doesn't matter. What did you find?
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Well, they won't. They won't. Isn't that our ambassador? No. Looks only slightly similar. Transportation. Rear Admiral Kahodu.
I'm waiting to speak with one of the Council's assistants.
Commander?
Ah, okay. Nothing there. Well. There's Captain
Hearing's
Anderson.
already started. Come on.
Did it? Dang, we're late. I mean, we went on sightseeing mission for half
The
an hour.
Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think now Saren is wearing a different suit of armor. So he did use Geth technology to advance himself, right? I might be wrong, because the lighting is so weird and we just had a glimpse, but he wore these pipes that led up to his brain or something before, and now he doesn't, I think. But, I mean, we couldn't have a proper look.
Mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me.
There are pipes.
I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
So maybe I'm reading stuff into Saren that are not actually there.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
I mean, he's wearing that
This meeting is adjourned.
He didn't wear that before. But it's most probably just his official garment when he deals with the Council.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
So would I. Nah, I wouldn't.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Oh, wait. They abandoned him. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. Why?
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago.
Yeah.
CSEC is better off without him.
Sort out the bad apples.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
That's here. Oh, now we can ask about the Shadow Broker and Barlavon too. Okay.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barlavon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Okay. Now I think we asked everything.
I should go.
If nothing
Good luck,
new
Shepard.
popped up.
I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Cool, thanks.
The Asari were the second species to join the Citadel. The Solarians are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity.
Ooh.
The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Ooh. That weapon doesn't sound really nice. It's like gene eating. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't want to know how that works. I mean, most probably exactly how it's named. Okay, now we have all of them.
The Asari were
the Asari, the Solarians, and the Turians.
The
so
second
the
species to join the Citadel.
The
Solarians are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism.
The ones, and those are the diplomatic ones,
first...
right? Okay, cool. I suppose, from the description. Okay. Now we talk to that one scientist. Huh? I think. Well, first we investigate these doors. Where do they lead to? Nowhere. They're not even doors. Okay, fair enough. The scientist was down there where the one keeper is, right? If I remember properly. Is there anything? No. It's just a staircase. Yeah, these are the guys. The Solarians. Right? The hooded creatures. Yeah, you.
That
Short guy.
What guy?
The one.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I wasn't. Never
Yeah,
mind.
and he's a Solarian too. Makes sense. Because they are the scientists.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something...
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I can help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
If this is actually the purpose of this, I agree, totally. We got a secondary, I think. Maybe? Presidium ring. We have so much in here. I do not know what is new and what not. That doesn't blink. That doesn't blink either. It's the Krogan Rebellion. We learned about that. Nice. Let's earn some money, shall we?
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Okay.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanna are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
Hanna and Elcor?
You may be right. Though the Hanna need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
Okay. I like the random conversations. That's just another one of these nun doors. Okay. Awesome. We got a task. And we need to talk to the Shadow Broker's assistant. And we exactly know where he is. And we now should have access to everything. You with me? Elevator music. Doop, 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 doop. I wonder how the alien music sounds like, right?
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
I know. So yeah, are the other alien species interested in music at all? Do they make their own music? What instruments do they use? Does anybody sing? Can I scan that guy? Nice. Didn't even recognize. Okay.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Ah, well, too late. Too late. Oh, there's one. Let's make some money. Before we get to the shopping district. That is the shopping district. No, that was the CSAC. That was the CSAC, right? Where's the shopping district? Citadel Tower, we know that. CSAC Academy, so no. So that is... Oh, right, yeah. Elevator to the woods. The markets and the medical center. Where was that guy, that floaty guy? It was on the other side, right? We need to cross the bridge. Oh, there's a floaty guy too.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Goodness gracious, it's a preacher.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans.
Ah.
They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Cool. I don't care? Really don't care? You shouldn't preach to people who don't want to hear it anyways. Yay. Right? But, I mean, I don't know about that species yet.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
If it just wants to talk about
The Elcor are a citadel.
Hanar.
The
That's the
Hanar are
Hanar.
a citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Okay. Well. Interesting. Now we know about the Hanar and what the other guys were talking about. So that's cool. And now that Hanar is selling stuff. Though we should first talk to him.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barlavan. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker, and I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune, but these are exceptional circumstances, so I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Saren's turned on a lot of people lately.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it, a Krogan mercenary.
That could also be manipulative, though, right? We do not know if he tells the truth.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Well, he was arrested.
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Yeah, so some kind of black market?
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I mean, we do buy it.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
It would be very funny if all those secrets weren't even true, but like a system of made-up intrigues that are so connected that no one knows what's actually a secret and what not.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Okay, fair.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Nice. Good to know.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Oh, we leveled. Nice. That's secondary, though. And we have one
The
primary.
Elcor, the Krogan, evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
Oh wow, that's brutal. So, it makes them unfertile. Dang. Now, we leveled. And we have 15 level points because I never used them. We didn't level the first time. We're level 5 now. I forgot about leveling. Now, I do wanna level Adrenaline Burst. Shield Boost. I do wanna level the Sniper. So, to do that, we need to first level the Assault. Marksman. I mean, that is useful too. Increases pistol damage and accuracy. Reduces chance of overheating. That's good. Unlocks shotguns. I mean, we should do it if we can. Right? So, now assault rifles. Also, we should level that. We have 11. Let's do that. With that. Overkill we had already. We cannot even, right? It's locked. So, that's not bad. Let's put 3 in here. Portion for shield even when you're under fire. That's good. And then maybe Adrenaline Burst. Resets the cooldown times on all your talents, so they can be used immediately. That is good. Increases health and regenerates 3 health per second. Yeah, heck yeah. Charm sets charm score at 1. We do that and intimidate. Also that. Now we have 3 points. Yeah, we should put them in here. Okay, cool. The others should level automatically. Yes, they do. First aid. Deploys Medicel to all wounded squad members, restoring the health. Oh, that's what he got. That's good. I'm cool with that. And, yeah, I like it. We soon level again, I think. So that's cool. And with that, I will end this episode. In the next one, we will do all the other good stuff. Talk to these guys and then go to CSAC and into the den. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Have a wonderful and adventurous day and goodbye.